Hello, son. I need to tell you some important things. The doctors haven't given me much time. I don't know if it's weeks or months, but I know it's not long. And before it's too late, I wanted to sit here and pass along some things I've learned in these things nobody ever sat down to teach me when I was young. So, sit down for a bit. Give me a few minutes of your attention and listen to what this old man has to say. You might think it's just old-timer talk now, but hold on to it. One day, when you're my age, you'll remember these words, and you'll understand. The first thing I want to talk to you about is time. Everyone says time flies, but nobody really prepares you for it. You wake up one day in your 20s, full of plans, full of dreams, thinking you've got all the time in the world. Next thing you know, you're 40, drowning in bills, raising kids, dealing with problems you didn't even know existed. Blink again, and you're 60, looking in the mirror thinking, where did that young man go? And suddenly you're here, just like me, counting what time is left. Time doesn't warn you, son. It slips away quietly, and it takes everything with it. The chances you let pass, the words you didn't say, the hugs you didn't give. So don't wait for the right moment to do things. There's no such thing as the right moment. There's only now. And this now is all you truly have. I wasted too much of my life waiting for everything to be perfect, waiting to have more money, more time, more security. And you know what happened? It never got perfect. And while I stood there waiting, life kept passing by. That trip I wanted to take, never took it. That book I wanted to write, stayed in my head. Those people I wanted to visit, many of them left before I did. Don't make that mistake. If there's something you want to do it now. Don't put it off until tomorrow. Don't wait for everything to align perfectly. Do it now, today. Because tomorrow, son, nobody can guarantee. And those people you love, for God's sake, tell them you love them. Tell them while they're still here beside you. Tell them in every way you can, with words, with actions, by being present. Because when they're gone and everyone's time will come, it won't do any good to cry, wishing you'd said more. I lost my wife about 10 years ago. You know what I regret most? It's not the fights we had, not the mistakes I made. It's the silence. It's all those times I thought, she already knows I love her, and didn't say anything. All those nights I went to bed without kissing her because I was tired or upset over some nonsense. All those I love yous that got stuck in my throat because I thought I had time. I didn't. Nobody does. So drop that foolish pride, that idea that showing love is weakness. Showing love is the bravest thing there is. Another thing, forgive people. Truly forgive. Not that lip service forgiveness where you say it, but keep chewing on it inside. Forgive and let go. Because carrying grudges is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You're the only one who suffers. I went 15 years without speaking to my brother over a stupid fight about inheritance. 15 years, can you believe it? 15 Christmases without him. 15 birthdays in silence. And for what? For pride, for stubbornness. When I finally swallowed that pride and went after him, it was too late. He died 3 months earlier. I'll never forgive myself for that. So if there's someone you're fighting with, someone you need to make peace with, do it today. Now. Don't let the sun set with that anger in your chest. Because death doesn't wait for us to settle our unfinished business. It comes when it wants and takes away every chance to make things right. And about work, yes, work hard, work honestly, take pride in what you do. But don't become a slave to the job. Don't sacrifice your health, your family, your life for a job that'll replace you in 2 weeks if you die. I did that. Spent 30 years breaking my back for a company, working 12, 14 hours a day, missing my kids' birthdays, dinners with my wife, weekends that never come back. And you know what I got? A retirement plaque and a handshake. The promotions I received aren't here with me now. The awards I won are gathering dust in a corner. But the moments I lost with my family, those I'll never get back. So work, earn your money, support your household. But remember that at the end of life, nobody wishes they'd spent more time at the office. And about money, money matters. Yes, anyone who says money doesn't buy happiness has never gone without. But there comes a point when accumulating money becomes a sickness, an obsession that blinds us to everything that truly matters. I knew rich men who died alone, surrounded by things, but with nobody who truly cared about them. And I knew poor men who died surrounded by love, by family, by true friends. In the end, that's what remains, son. It's the love that stays, the good memories, not the bank balance. So spend some of your money on living. Take that trip. Buy that gift for your kid. Take your mother out to a nice restaurant. Because coffins don't have pockets. You won't take anything with you when you go. Now, about regrets. Everyone has them. There's not a person on this earth who reaches the end without looking back and thinking, I could have done things differently. That's normal. That's human. But don't let regrets consume you. Don't live in the past, punishing yourself for what you can't change anymore. What's done is done. You can't go back and remake those choices. But you can choose how you live from here on out. You can choose to learn from mistakes instead of just punishing yourself for them. I made many mistakes in my life. I hurt people who didn't deserve it. I was selfish. I was a coward when I should have been brave. But I also did good things. I helped people. I loved truly. I tried to be decent. And in the end, that's what I try to remember. Not the list of my sins, but the sum of my attempts to be better. And about death. I know you're afraid of it. Everyone is. It's natural, but let me tell you a secret. Death isn't the worst thing that can happen. You know what's worse? Living your whole life afraid to live. Spending your days like a ghost, always playing it safe, never risking anything, never truly feeling anything. That's death. Death of the heart, while the body's still breathing. I know my time is coming to an end. But I lived. I loved. I felt. I cried. I laughed until my belly hurt. I danced, even though I couldn't dance. I sang, even though I was off key. I lived, truly lived. And when I close my eyes for the last time, I'll know I made the most of it, that I tasted life. So don't spend your days trying to run from death. Spend them trying to truly live. About courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is being afraid and doing it anyway. It's looking at the abyss and taking the step. It's risking your heart even knowing it might break. It's trying even knowing you might fail. I spent too much of my life afraid of looking ridiculous, afraid of being rejected, afraid of not being good enough. And you know where that fear got me? Nowhere. The greatest joys of my life came from the times I was brave. When I asked that girl to marry me without knowing if she'd say yes. When I left a secure job to try something new. When I apologized, even though my pride was screaming at me to stay silent. So be brave. Life rewards those who are brave. Not always the way we expect, but it rewards them. And about kindness. Be kind. Whenever you can, be kind. Because everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. That guy who cut you off in traffic might be racing to the hospital to see his dying father. That woman who was rude to you at the store might be going through the worst week of her life. You don't know. So, give the benefit of the doubt. Offer a smile, a kind word, a gesture of understanding. Being kind costs nothing, but it can mean everything to someone. I remember small kindnesses I received 50 years ago. They still warm my heart, and I regret the times I was harsh when I could have been gentle. So be the person who makes other people's days a little lighter, not heavier. About your parents, honor them while they're alive, not when they're dead, because it doesn't help to cry at the funeral and make pretty speeches if you spent years not visiting, not calling, not paying attention. Your parents gave you life. They raised you the best they could with what they had, with the knowledge they possessed. Were they perfect? Of course not. Nobody is. Did they make mistakes? Absolutely. But they loved you. In their awkward way, they loved you. So, forgive their flaws. Be grateful for what they got right. And spend time with them. Because one day, they won't be here anymore, and you'll give anything for 5 more minutes, 1 more conversation, 1 more hug. Don't let it get to that point. Love them now. And about your children. If you have kids, give them your attention. Real quality time. I'm not talking about buying expensive toys or giving big allowances. I'm talking about being present. Truly listening when they talk. Participating in their lives. Because they grow up in the blink of an eye. That baby you held in your arms becomes a teenager who barely looks at you before you know it. And suddenly, they're an adult, leaving home, building their own life. And if you didn't build a real relationship in that time, you've lost your chance. So put down that phone. Turn off that TV. Sit on the floor and play with them. Ask about their day. Tell stories. Make memories. Because that's what they'll carry for the rest of their lives. About dreams. Don't give up on them. No matter how old you are, no matter how many times you've tried and failed, as long as you're breathing, you have time to try again, to start over, to go after them. I know people who achieved their dreams at 70, at 80. It's never too late to become who you always wanted to be, to do what you always wanted to do. The only thing that can truly stop you is yourself. So, stop with the excuses. Stop waiting for the right time. The right time is now. It always has been. It always will be. And lastly, about living with purpose. Find something bigger than yourself. Something to believe in. Something to fight for. It could be your family. It could be your faith. It could be a cause. It could be helping other people. But find it. Because a life without purpose is an empty life. And you'll feel it. You'll feel the emptiness growing inside you, trying to swallow you whole. So fill that space with meaning, with love, with contribution. Leave the world a little better than you found it, even if it's just for one person, even if it's just for your dog. But leave a good mark. Leave a legacy of love. Look, I know I've talked a lot, and maybe you're thinking it's easy to talk when you're old and have lived through everything. But that's exactly why I'm talking. Because I've made all the mistakes. I've wasted too much time. I've been too proud, too afraid, too shy. And now that I'm nearing the end, I see with crystal clarity what truly mattered and what was just noise. So I'm handing this to you on a silver platter, the wisdom that cost me a lifetime. Use it. Don't make the same mistakes I made. Live better. Love more. Forgive faster. Risk more. Feel more. Truly live with intensity, with passion, with purpose. Because you only have one life, one single precious life. Don't waste it. Please, don't waste it. When I'm gone, I'll go in peace because I know I tried. I didn't always get it right, but I tried. I loved with everything I had. I forgave when I could. I asked for forgiveness when I needed to. I lived the best way I could. And in the end, that's all we can do. Try, love, live. The rest is just details. So go on. Make the most of the time you still have with me. And after I'm gone, go live. Truly live. Make it count. For you. For me. For all of us who are leaving and wish we had more time. But you have it. You have time. You still do. So don't waste it. Please. Make every second count. And when your time comes, may you lay your head down knowing you truly lived, that you truly loved, that you were truly happy. That's everything. That's all there is. And it's everything. Thank you for listening. Now go. Go live.